Yes, everyone.
Yeah.
Recording is now in progress. All right, let's see. What do you guys want to draw? Any suggestions? Screen share. How do I do the screen share? This button and then this button.
Oh, you're teasing. You know how to do it all.
I know. The screen share is right over my left shoulder.
Don't be scared of the bear.
Nope, I'm not scared yet. We might be drawing bears today, but we have to start off with something else.
Okay.
But I need an idea. Can I get an idea? Anybody can speak up. But you have to unmute it in order to talk. Got any suggestions? Oh, we got something in the chat.
I don't
know.
see anything in the chat. Oh,
I don't know either.
Liam. Oops.
I don't know either. I need any suggestion. Can be anything.
We've got a lot of imagination on this screen, but I'm not hearing any of it.
I know.
Wolf. There you go. I'm
wolf.
hearing suggestions. A dog, a wolf.
Let's do a wolf. I'm down for a wolf. In fact, I was thinking about doing a, I don't know if you guys know this, but in Pennsylvania, like near Lancaster, there's a wolf sanctuary, like a wolf rescue sanctuary. And I've never been, but I'm thinking about having a field trip there.
Oh.
So maybe at the end of the school year, we'll have a field trip to the wolf sanctuary. Okay. Wolf. I always think about like wolves like howling at the moon.
I don't know how to draw a wolf, but I just suggested it.
No,
I know how to draw. I know how to draw a moon.
Well, it's a circle. That's probably easy. Okay, so I can draw a wolf. I think wolves have like thick necks. They're like dogs, but they have thick necks. Okay, I'm gonna do a wolf howling at the moon. In fact, I had a girl who did one right out of her imagination. Okay,
They have bigger teeth than dogs, and they're more so bigger.
I think they have bigger everything than dogs. All right. So I'm gonna draw the snout. Now, I know it doesn't look like it's the snout because I'm gonna make the wolf like angling up, like howling at the moon. So I'm gonna use a trapezoid. So almost, you could probably use a rectangle maybe, but it's more of a trapezoid because the end of the snout is always smaller than the beginning. You know, not the beginning, but you know what I mean. Like the end is narrower than where it enters into the head. Yeah, the bottom in this case. Okay, so and then I'm gonna make the mouth slightly open.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna use almost like a triangle for the lower jaw. Now it is actually amazing how thin like dogs' lower jaws are. They have like a jaw bone that's pretty heavy. But like the combination of their snout and their upper mouth, let's do those teeth.
Oh yeah.
There's teeth at the top, teeth at the bottom. I feel like that's gonna make it feel like a dog. And I just use triangles for that. Cool. I also know that like my dog has like dark lips, and you can really see the lips like on the bottom. I don't know why that is. I think because like, I don't know, the lips on the top, I think the whiskers cover it up a little bit, but you can definitely see the lips on the bottom and then maybe even in the corner of the mouth. So I'm just gonna shade the bottom lips, and maybe you can shade some of the top lips, but I wouldn't go crazy. Now, if you shade the upper lips too much, I feel like it'll look like he is like eating like a jar of jelly or something. And the nose, I used a square. I'm going to fill that in. Wow. I'm actually really happy with where this is going. All right. So the dog is going to be seen from the side. So I'm going to maybe give him eyes, but almost look like their eyes seen from the side. So if you look at a person, you have like the nose and like lips and like chin, and then if you see the eyes make like a pizza shape. I don't know if you can see
Mhm.
that. That like upper eyelid, lower eyelid, and then the eyeball. I always relate what's going on with animals back to people, because we have all that we know ourselves. So this part of the eyeball is round, and then the upper eyelid and the lower eyelid are kind of straight. It's like, it looks like a piece of pizza. So that's why I did this part. So I did the upper eyelid, lower eyelid, and then the curve for the eye. I like that. I do know that dogs have their snouts are long like this, and then this little like area where it's like they're a very small forehead sort of, and then their head, then the tops of their head, go back, and then this is where we're going to get to the ears. And when I think about wolves, I think of like pointier ears, maybe like German shepherds. German shepherds have pointy ears, but then German shepherds look kind of like wolves. So, and then the inside of the dog's ear, I usually use like a dark diamond shape.
Inside of the ear.
So there's the ear, which is the outside rim, and then there's like the inside rim, because it's like if you put your hands up like this on your own ears, like if you actually do this, you can hear so much better, because it makes your ears like 4 times bigger, and all the sound waves, it catches more sound waves and directs them into your ear. So
You can what?
dogs can hear really well, and it's because their ears are like 4 times bigger than our ears. Part of the reason, I'm sure. Okay, now this is going to be, I think, the fun part. Wolves have like really thick necks. So I'm going to start the fur situation, and I'm going to make his shoulders kind of like lower, because they have such big necks. This is, in my mind, this is his shoulder. And then I'm going to make this fluffy fur join the shoulder. So
Oh my
wolves have
God.
like a definite separation between the head and the body. And, so not only do they have really thick necks, like muscles, they also have a ton of fur. So however big the muscles are, the fur just makes it look even bigger. And then there's like some chest fur, and there's his shoulder. Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, mine is really, oh
I might
my,
even make the wolf's neck even thicker. Like, I feel like if you're gonna make it too thick or too thin, make it too thick. But you don't have to make it too thick either. You can make it just right.
I did it wrong. I did it wrong. But I like the head, but I don't like the neck that I did. I'm gonna erase it.
All right, erase and try again. That's why God made erasers.
I really like mine. It looks like a wolf.
Good. I'm so happy.
Same here.
I have another. I'm gonna do one more thing, if you guys don't mind. I'm gonna make a circle around this and make that the moon. But the only way that moon is gonna look right is if it's up against a night sky. So this might take a little while, depending on how big you did it, but I'm just gonna put 2 sides in, so that you don't have to shade the entire piece of paper. I don't want you to shade the whole piece of paper, but I do want you to shade the sky. And if you want to put some stars in there, you can put these little circles, then we can shade around the sky. So I know we used I used a dark circle for the moon, but that dark circle is not going to stay there, because that line that I used for the moon, I'm going to blend it into the sky. So that might be one of the techniques that you use. You just start with the moon, and then you blend the moon into the night sky. So on a full moon, the full moon is like the sun is on the opposite side of the planet than the moon. So all the light that's coming from the sun hits the moon, and that's why we can see it. Like the Earth is in at nighttime, so the Earth is in the shadow. But since the moon is separated from the Earth, we at nighttime in the shadow of the Earth, we can look up and see the moon, receiving all that light. It's actually a wild kind of concept. But when it's a full moon, it's going to be a light moon up against a dark sky.
You have to. You should fill in the teeth. Put in some more teeth. It kind of looks like a wolf with 2 teeth a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to draw some. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to draw the upper teeth and maybe a couple lower teeth too. Oh man, that looks so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that suggestion. That was huge. I know that dogs have these dots. It's basically a mustache. These little whiskers that happen in between the nose and the mouth. The problem is if you overdo it, if you make them too dark or too big, it winds up looking like a mouse or something. So I dogs and wolves especially have like a lot of whiskers. So I just put a couple dots in between the nose and the mouth, and it can make it look more like it's just like a very characteristic. It's very it's just like how you draw a wolf.
How do you draw the feet?
So the way that I draw feet is by I'll just draw it over here. So there's a couple different ways of doing it. You show like the wrist coming down, and then you can use one oval. And this is why it's kind of interesting. If you use one oval, then you only see 4 toes at once. So if you find the middle, there's 1 toe, and then you can find the other toe. There's 2, that's the middle. So this is 1 toe with a claw. This is 2 toes with a claw. And then this is 3 with a claw, and then 4. That's kind of seen from the side. If you want to see it from the front, you come down, you can do an oval, and you do a line that splits that oval in half, and then you split each half. So you draw these 4 toes, but the only way it really looks like like a wolf is if you show where the nails coming out, like dogs, dog nails. Now you don't want to make them look like a cat, but it's very characteristic of and sometimes it's just like a little bit of the toe, the claw. They're just short. They're short little toenails, and they happen on the front and the back. So that's how I would do the feet. And what I was telling the other class, you say you draw the outline of the foot, but you guys still got to make it look like it's fur. So you can, where you have a line is fine, but then go over that line and make it look like it's furry. And on legs, the fur is a little bit shorter. On the neck, the fur is, obviously thicker. Man, I feel like this is going to take me forever to shade this sky.
I do too.
So
I did my wolf's like neck part again. Well, I messed it up again.
You want to hold it up and I can see if I can help you? One of the shortcuts that you can do for no way, dude, that looks awesome. So Liam, check this out. See how your neck goes straight down here? You can make the neck come out a little bit, like further on the left. So instead of being a vertical in the front, it can like angle down and like make it a little bit thicker. So my shortcut for the night sky, if you kind of shade quickly with some circles, then you can either blend it with your finger or you can blend it with a blending stump. So I'm just going to use my finger because I don't know where my blending stump is. But if your pencil lead is soft enough, you can just blend it. And it unifies it. It makes, and then it smooths it out. I usually have a little piece of like a blending stump that works way better than your finger. I can't find it. I think I took it in the basement. I was sketching in the basement and I think I took it down there. Kristen found it and she's like, "What is this?" I was like, "What? You don't know what that is? Are you like in first grade?" I'm just kidding. All first graders know how to use a blending stump. When at my age, you know, when I was in school, they like barely taught us anything about drawing. So I had to figure it out. I had to find people who knew how to do it. Drawing lessons did not come standard with your education,
Yeah, what a shame.
even though it should.
Definitely
Wow.
should.
Great suggestion on the wolf. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. It's kind of complicated, but I did what I just kind of kept it small because it was on my
I'm not quite finished yet. Can we take just a little bit longer?
Of course, I'm not finished yet either. I was just in a position where I was like contemplating the moon as I normally do. I found one. Okay, so this is my blending stump. Some of you new guys, any new people, you can buy one of these at Michael's. You can buy a whole packet of them. There's different sizes. It's like $3 or $4. And I tried blending with my finger. You see all the graphite on my finger? It's not bad. It's just the chance of it smudging the drawing where I don't want it to smudge is pretty high. So if you use the blending stump, you don't ever have to worry about messing up your picture. When you have your blending stump, it really functions a lot like a paintbrush, because when you start doing oil painting, acrylic paint dries really fast, so you can't like move it around on the canvas very much. But oil paint, when you get older, oil paint stays wet for a long time, so you can like move the paint around on the canvas, and you can get all different kinds of effects, like really, like blurred effects, or you can like mix colors together to make them look really interesting. And that's what's happening here. I mean, I'm just taking the graphite and I'm just moving it around on the paper. I'm just smoothing it out so that the whole night sky is one solid kind of gray tone, rather than having it look up in this corner. You can see it right now. It's like, it looks like scratchy, and I don't want it to be scratchy. I want it to be smooth. So you can take scratchy lines and you turn them into smooth lines. And it feels like a very misty, oh, I could add, watch this. I'm going to add some like clouds coming over top of the moon. Make it feel
Nice,
like,
nice.
yeah, like a cloudy night.
Yeah.
Like the moon is trying to like break through some of those clouds. Ooh, I can take some of those blending effects and use it in the fur too. So if it's a little too scratchy, you can blend it out. And then if say you like, watch this, how I blend. I'm gonna intentionally over blend the wolf. So now it doesn't look like he has any fur. It looks like he's just like all like airbrushed or something. So now I can come back in and I can add more texture. So say now it looks like a gray wolf, which I love. I was thinking about maybe making it a white wolf, but since I've got the gray, graphite is gray, and now it makes the moon looks even brighter now because everything else is kind of blended.
I love the clouds that you did over the moon.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just randomly thought of that because I was like, what if was like, what happens if I accidentally, make the moon, blend the moon? I was like, well, maybe it's a good thing. Usually when something happens and you didn't intend on it, like I've seen some people get so frustrated, they're like, oh, they think they made a mistake. And you can't think about it like that. You got to think about it like, okay, this happened. I didn't expect it to. How can I use it to my advantage? And if you think about when things seemingly don't go the way you want them to go, if you change your thinking and think, okay, how can I make this work for me? Like, how can I make my life better? Every time there's something different, it turns out being a blessing. Like right when you think something bad happened, you can turn it into a good thing with not a lot of effort. I mean, you just have to think creatively, and that's part of what art teaches you. Art teaches you to, have unexpected things happen, and then you turn them into an advantage. And I think, usually if you can do that in life, you're a lot happier. And you don't want to miss out on blessings. Like sometimes things come through and they seem like they're not a blessing, but they are, but you just can't see them like that. So art increases your vision, both like literally with your vision, but also spiritually. It allows you to, understand the world better and appreciate God's blessings a lot more.
This thumb looks completely black right here.
Well, you can, if you do have to blend with your finger, if you just reserve one of your fingers, like you can take, for example, you have your thumb, just like, yeah, that will be your blending thumb. Sometimes I'll just take my pinky. Well, there, if you blend with all your fingers, then your whole hand is dirty.
I've been there.
I know. I whenever I don't have a stump, I will take my pinky and I'll blend with my pinky, because it's the smallest finger that I have, and if you want to get details, you got to use the smallest one, and that's the best thing about the tortillon. It comes to a point. So I mean, you can practically draw with your smudger. Oh man, that moon is cool. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of. The moon is full of lights and darks too. It's like a mixture of grays. Ow.
The other thing I'm finding, for instance, with the moon,
Yeah.
that my eraser is so wonderful in giving me more of a crisp edge in erasing what was originally my circle on the
Oh,
inside.
that's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Crisp up the edge a little bit with the eraser.
Yeah,
You gotta make sure your eraser is in good shape. Sometimes the erasers can make it worse. I'm gonna do that with my fur. So I'm gonna come in with my eraser and pull out some of the lights in the fur to get a little bit of texture.
and depending on how dark you've made your background, you can even do that to make some stars.
Oh yeah.
Again, if you have, Mr. Trevor just said, if your eraser is nice and clean.
What do you think of the stars, Stace?
Can you-
Love.
Can you blend stuff with your eraser?
Yeah. Yeah, so there's like little techniques you can do. Like it blends it, but then sometimes it erases it a little bit too. Do you know what I mean? It's like half erasing, half blending. Sometimes, and especially if the eraser already has graphite on the bottom, it'll just blend. It just turns into a blender. I don't know how happy I am at those stars, but I'm okay. That's okay. Yeah, so that took half the class. I think we should try to draw. I'm gonna try, maybe take another minute or 2 minutes on your wolf if you haven't finished yet. One of the really important things, hopefully I didn't underestimate it. Like if you draw the sides, like put your put your wolf inside of a rectangle.
Yeah, I
And
need
then you
that.
kind of know, then you don't have to shade your whole paper.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay, hold
Was
on.
that?
We'll have a little show and tell right now too. In the next.
So close to being finished.
Yeah, take your time. We got a couple. I'm almost done too. Let me zoom out a little bit. Blend my night sky. The Big Dipper. I love stargazing. It's been cold lately though. Last night was a clear night. There was a bunch of stars last night. It was so cold. All right, nice. There's our wolf. Does anybody want to show it? All right, let's see it. I'm gonna move you over this way. I gotta stop the share. Hold on. All right, Toby, I will pin you. Toby's getting pinned right now. Nice frame. The gold frame really works.
Oh, freeze that, Toby. Yes, very, very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is Dominic, you ready you want to hold yours up? I know you're lit from behind, but I think we'll be able to see it. Replace pin. Dominic, do you need another minute? Okay.
William, do you have your hand up because you're ready?
Oh
or
my
do
gosh,
you have
that's
a
so
question?
smooth. Hold up a
Dominic,
little bit higher, but that thing is awesome. Notice
and freeze it.
how the it's not actually the size of the animal that makes it feel big or small, like, or it makes it feel like you're close or far away. It has to do with the frame. So the more sky you give it, the further away the person feels, and like the closer, the smaller the frame around the head, the closer it makes it feel. It has nothing to do with the actual size of the drawing. It has to do with how much room is around. And I love, because that distance, with the more sky that you have there, Dominic, is like probably more of a reasonable distance that you would see if you were to be out in nature and you see one. That's like, you would be further away. Mine looks like you're right next to it. Oh man, I want to go to this wolf sanctuary so bad. Okay, Amelia, great job, Dominic. I'm gonna replace it with Amelia. You're next. Oh my God, I'm not saying it right.
I made mine sort of like a Halloween house a little.
Wow, he's in a graveyard and he's happy to be there. And you got
Yeah.
ghosts and everything too. The Halloween theme is very nice. Thank you for taking that to the next level. I appreciate it. All right, looks like William. Are you ready, boss? Let me replace your pin, and then I'm just going in order on how it's on my screen. Replace. All right, William. Whoa, nice.
Oh, and freeze.
Now that is a starry night. Really good blending, really good use of the eraser. Yeah, that I can hear the sound of that wolf. Great job. Yeah, I love your vertical strokes on there. It's almost like the way you shaded the sky almost looks like it's like the howl. Cool. Okay, Lillian, let's see what you got. I love that you guys work in the same pad.
I know. Lillian, can you
It's a gorgeous moon. That moon is gorgeous.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Like the fur on that.
Yeah, and like the darkest part being in the eye is a really nice touch. Everything else is kind of like soft, and then you get that look in the eye. It was really wonderful. Cool. Thank you for showing that. Good work, guys. I really appreciate you guys having good teamwork there. All right, Liam, and then Anjali, and then Austin. Hold on. So we'll go in that order. Liam, you're next, bud. Let me pin that, replace pin.
Oh, nice fold.
Yeah,
wow.
You filled out that whole sheet. That's cool. And that is quite the ear indeed. So yeah, you definitely fixed the neck, you fixed the face, everything. Yeah, very energetic.
The ear is a little bit too long and it's a little too skinny, but maybe I can change that.
You could crop it off a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you could like, you don't have to draw the ear, but you can make the sky come in a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot that's got, I mean, it's really nicely located in the rectangle and you filled out the page really nicely too. Yeah, good work. Austin, how are you? Oh no, Anjali, you're next. Sorry. Anjali Austin. Replace pen. Nice scale.
Yeah,
Great
hold that
word.
nice and still, Anjali. Like those
Anjali
stars as well.
knows how to follow directions. Really something. Great job. Mhm, mhm. Did you like this one? Good. All right. Austin, sorry, boss. Didn't mean to make you go last, but that's how it is. Oh man, dude, the contrast is really nice. Yeah, and
Oh,
the
it
color
is.
is right too.
Now, Austin, go ahead and freeze that as still as you can. Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
Yeah, and Austin, you have a really solid border on the left, the right, and the top. If you could, you could add like a line to the bottom, and then you could pull the sky right up against it, and pull, you know what I mean, like have like a, you'd have like a full frame, top, bottom, left, and right. Dude,
Trevor?
thumbs up all around, people.
May I see your yours once again?
Yes. Did you show yours, Stacy?
I did not.
Will you show it? Are you willing? Exactly. Nice.
Uh,
Austin, and everybody, if you don't mind, I would sign these. Austin made me think of it, but everyone else, you should have obviously have your name on the sketchbook, but if you're happy with a sketch, you can initial it, you can put your initials on there, maybe put the date today.
the 31st.
Today is 1/31/22. 1/31/22. I think it's the 31st. Is it the 31st?
Yeah, it is.
Good, yes. All right, let me go back to the share so you guys can see this. Screen share.
I thought Miss Stacy was going.
Yes, Stacy.
That's okay, Mr. Trevor is going first. Can you straighten that one out, Mr. Trevor?
Yeah, it's a big deal to get my thing back up here. Okay, here we go. It's party. Stace, can we see yours?
Yeah, I really am having a difficult time with this bad boy's ear. And when I looked at yours, I was able to see my problem.
Oh, I guess the ear is too close to the eye, you think?
Well, I think, looking at yours, it
Yeah.
has more to do with the angle of the line above the eye needs to be more,
Oh, that could be true.
it's not more vertical.
Yeah, but your stars, the start of your stars are really nice. The moon is perfect. And I
Thank
like that the
you.
moon is a little off center too. That's a nice touch. Look at those
Thank
teeth,
you.
man. I would not want to get bit by that wolf. Oof, those are some sharp teeth, Stace.
Yeah, yeah, it was so much fun.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Does anybody have any other suggestions?
I wanted to draw a cat.
Oh, that's a great idea. Let's do a cat. In fact, I drew a catfish, but instead of drawing like a catfish like you would regular, I did a cat's head and then gave it a fish's body as a joke. And it actually was really funny in the context of those piece.
Mr.
Can I see
Trevor.
it?
Can you show it to us?
I think so, actually. I think I did. I did it on the chalkboard, and I think I have
Yeah,
it on there.
please. You
So we were
gotta.
drawing in this one class, we were drawing imaginary landscapes. So we basically just started with some plants at the bottom, and then we like built a path, and then we built a lake, and then we built a grove of trees, and then we built some mountains, and then we put the sky in, and we just kept going back and back and back. So, and then after we drew all the landscape, then we added all these things to it. And someone was like, draw a catfish. I was like, okay. Hold on, let me find it. Was it? No, that was the second one. You guys are gonna think it's not very good, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway. Okay, so here, let me move this up here. This is the imaginary landscape that I did on the chalkboard at school. And we might be able to do this. If you guys think this would be fun, we could do it. So we started with a path and we made the path come up on top of the hill. And then I put in a little pond over here. So then we did the horse and we did this grove of trees. And then these are supposed to be mountains, even though they look like the pyramids of ancient Egypt. And then on the other side of the field, we put a beach, and then we did the ocean, and then we did the sun, and then some clouds. Anyway, if you look at the pond,
I love the duck.
that is supposed to be a cat. And then I gave him like a shark. I gave him a shark
The
body.
shark tail.
I didn't even realize that it was a shark body. So I guess it's a cat shark. Not a shark, not a catfish, a cat shark. And then this is this little duck. Anyway, that's kind of funny.
He looks like an angry little kitten.
He does look like a kitten though.
I think there's actually a fish called catfish.
There is a catfish, but catfish don't look quite like that. They do have long whiskers though, which is why I think they call them catfish. But they have these huge like mouths that like and these big weird lips. I think they're bottom feeders.
Catfish can get huge. They get more than 7 feet long.
7 feet? I didn't know about that. We've caught some big catfish up in the lake that I go to.
I saw this show called Chasing Monsters, and I saw a show called Chasing Monsters, and there was a huge catfish on it.
Images. Okay, so this is what a catfish looks like. Oh my gosh, that is a huge catfish. Oh my gosh, that can't be real.
Yeah, no, catfish get over 7 feet. I saw it on a show called Chasing Monsters.
Okay, so there's.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh my
that's
gosh.
yeah. So that's what the catfish looks like from the sides. He's got all these whiskers. It's actually like a. And then look at this huge mouth. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Those whiskers are actually barbs.
Barbs. And then wait till you see this one down here. Could this one be real?
Oh my gosh.
That's the guy from Chasing Monsters, I think.
Oh wait, so that is like the world's
Yeah,
biggest.
maybe it is real.
It's not the world's biggest, but it's just very large. Well, I think they got it.
Do you think they killed it? I guess they probably.
Probably.
Killed it. I wonder
But
if they did.
catfish can get massively large.
Yeah, look at this one too.
Oh, they can get that big. They can get that big.
That guy looks very excited about his catfish.
Or he's kind of just trying to hold it up and he's going.
Or he got crushed. Look at that catfish. That's a big
Yeah.
boy too.
Catfishes get really large.
I wouldn't even be able to lift that up, I don't think.
Sometimes me and my dad and some of my brothers go to this place called Bass Pro Shop,
Yeah.
and there are all these fish and stuff. And there's this giant catfish that's as big as my dad, and my dad's like 6 feet tall.
Oh,
Catfish is like 7 feet long.
All right. That's amazing. I'm gonna look that up. There is a type of cat that I just found out about. Yes, look at this thing. Speaking of giant things.
no, that cannot be real.
Yeah, it is
No,
real.
no,
Yes. Let me see.
no.
Hold on, wait.
I am leaving the room.
Look how big that cat is.
No, no.
That's
telling you.
Photoshop.
I'm telling
That's
you, and then
Photoshop.
it's this whole breed. It's this whole breed. Look how big that cat is. They
That's
always-
Photoshop.
the article, the lady said that it gets confused as a dog. Everyone thinks it's a dog. There's like this special breed of giant cats. Look at this thing. Oh, he's holding it close. That's not that big. That's actually, there's this trick that you can do that you can like, if you hold something close to the camera, it looks really big. Here, watch. Here, here's my nutcracker. Look how big that looks. See how big he is? Really, he's this big. Okay, so we have to draw this cat. Should we draw the giant cat? Do you want to draw this one?
No.
Oh, come on. Wait, you want to just draw a regular cat then? Should we just draw a regular cat?
That's totally Photoshop.
It has to be.
I don't
I've
think
seen one of those cats before.
so. It's real.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
but not
it's
that
real.
size. It can't be that size.
Stacy.
They are
By
that
the way,
size.
Also, Stacy doesn't like cats very much, so
Yeah,
this is
it's
not this is not
No.
her favorite. This is not her favorite subject matter. Okay, I'm gonna type in beautiful cat instead of giant cat, and we'll see what comes up. We'll just draw a regular one. Poor Toby's.
There's a dog breed
Toby-
that's too
Toby's like,
big.
I don't want to draw this. Okay, what was that?
There's a dog breed that's too big to like pick up. It can get more than 200 pounds. It's huge.
I believe it. Oh my gosh, that can't be real. All right, do you want to do a kitten? Can we do a kitten?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that'll be good. That, Stacey, you can handle a kitten, right? This is the cutest. Okay, let me make sure I have it in it comes in HD. High definition. Gosh, that cat is so cute. I can't even with these kitties. Oh, hello, little kitty. Hello, little kitty. Oh, I miss having a cat.
I want a cat, but I'm allergic to like the fur.
I know, I'm allergic too.
I got to babysit a cat from my neighbor for 2 times.
Yeah?
I got to pet sit a very cute dog. Like she was so cute. I think oh yeah, Lillian saw him before. He's called Ollie, and we pet sitted him twice too.
What kind of dog is he?
I don't know. But he barely moves.
He barely moves.
I don't need to pet sit anybody's cat to be around one. I got 3 of them.
You have 3 cats in your house?
I have 3 cats. Swerve, Freya, and Nissa.
All right. I think I have one. I think I have. Enough. I have a yawning cat.
A
Should I
yawning
do a
cat?
yawning cat? All right, sorry people, we have to do this one. It's not a regular one, but it's got the mouth and you don't have to worry about the eyes.
Is it an irregular cat? Aren't all cats irregular?
No,
Yes,
no.
Yeah.
That cat was
Really?
Photoshop. That cat was Photoshop.
Absolutely, yes.
You guys don't know what you're talking about. Okay, what about this cat?
So cute.
I feel
Okay,
like,
maybe him. Just maybe,
I
but
feel like he's so cute. All right, let me take this.
maybe. Just maybe.
Oh my gosh.
You want to see the baby kitten, Miss Stacy?
Oh my
Look at the kit.
gosh.
Look at the
You guys
kitten, Stacey.
Yeah, and look at its teeth. Will you look at its teeth? Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
It's so cute. What are you talking about?
If it didn't have those teeth, it would be beyond precious.
Well,
But all
baby dogs have teeth that are just as big as that, so could you technically not like dogs?
But here's the thing. Cats
Stacy's
grow up.
Stacy is a dog person, just for the record.
I know someone, I lived with someone who had a cat. And do you know what this cat would do? It would run from one end of the apartment to the other like a lightning bolt and literally fly up the walls. And
You were traumatized.
Lillian's dog does the same thing.
Okay, is that absurd? And it would dig out all the dirt from the plants. And if it got near a person, it wanted to scale up the body of a person and like dig its claws into your legs. Yeah, it's
Not all cats are like that. Stacy.
My mommy and my sister are dog lovers, but my brother and me are cat lovers.
Mm.
well, your mama and your brother. Hello.
Okay, people, let's draw this thing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me change the settings. So my phone doesn't dim out. Sorry.
Lions and tigers, love.
Really?
Yep.
But just domestic.
You like snakes?
Nah, not so
Terrified
much.
of them.
No, I'm not terrified of them. No,
I was born in the ear of the snake.
you would say that again?
I was born in the ear of the snake.
You were?
I'm not afraid of you since we've been best friends since 3.
Wow.
Born in the ear of a snake?
Yeah, I think I was
I'm
born
born in the
here
year-
the horse or the
Me
donkey.
too.
I was born in the year of Indiana Jones and
No,
yeah,
Trevor.
what's the first Indiana Jones?
It's an animal.
I know Indiana Jones is a movie. I was born in
Trevor.
1979 and Indiana
missed
Jones
it.
came out. Indiana Jones came out in 1979.
Wait,
No.
how old are you?
I'm gonna let you do the math. This
Are
is
you?
this is not a math class. This is a drawing class.
If you were
No,
born
I'm kidding.
at that time,
I think I'm 42. I'm either 41 or 42. I don't like to think about it.
I thought you were 35.
Well, thank you very much. Stacy thought I was 25 when she met me. Okay, so you guys ready to draw this thing? It's about to get really cute in here.
And it would be
Um,
really cute without those teeth. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start first with the shape of the head, and usually I start with an oval, but the part that I'm really noticing a lot is like the round part of the top of the head, and then the angle of the start of the ears. So look at how the triangle of the ears kind of stick off to the side, and I wonder if that's because he's yawning. You know, I know that cats' ears can, change shape, can change directions a lot. So watch what I did. I basically imagine there's like a head. I mean, if you've never worn a headband, you don't know what I mean, but like headbands are like, they're rounded and they go over the top of the head, right over the top of your skull. Your skull is rounded. And so it's like this nice little rainbow shape. And then the ears are triangles. So the base of the triangle is the side of the head. So as it enters in, so I'm like looking at these triangles. Now, I don't know if we did this. No, we did this in the earlier class. So we want to get an inner triangle as well, because they're almost, the ears are like cups. Like if you take a palm of your hand and you like hold it up to your ear, you can actually hear way better. I think I mentioned that with the, I did, there was this class. Okay, it was with the wolf. It was with the wolf. So we're gonna get the inner ear of the cat as well. Now, one of the things you want to look for in a cat is the middle. And in the middle the middle of the head is gonna be this triangle for the nose. So it's this black little triangle, and then in order to get to the eyes, you come up the length of the nose, which is just like a little rectangle, and then from that little teeny rectangle you find the tear duct. And most of the times when you find the tear duct, you can build the eye out of it, but this guy's yawning, so then all you have to do is draw this little slit where the upper eyelid and the lower eyelid come together. And I would probably angle them down. Like, if you're ever like drawing somebody asleep, I'm gonna draw somebody sleeping in the corner right here. So that you put an oval, and then if you want to make them look like they're asleep, you do these two little round circles for their eyes, and then you can do a smile. See how it like looks like they're sleeping? It's because it's just the shape of the eyes that when they're closed. So I know that's not exactly the shape of the cat's eyes, but it by doing that little bowl shape or that little angle really is going to make him look like the eyes are closed. So even though this kitty cat is yawning, if you look at the shape of his face, it almost looks like he's smiling or laughing. And the reason it looks like that is because the corners of the mouth, go up, the angle up on each side. So like the wolf, the space between the nose and the mouth have these little dots, and out of those dots come whiskers. And whiskers are very characteristic of cats. So we didn't add any whiskers to the wolf because we didn't want to make the wolf look like a rat or something. But the kitty cat has whiskers that come out of the upper lip. And that's one of the ways you know it's a cat. It's because they have these long whiskers, and the whiskers keep them from going into places where they can get their head stuck. Like if you're like, even if their head can fit, the whiskers come out wide enough, and they won't go through railings, or they won't go into holes if their whiskers are touching. It's like a sense. It's so they don't ever get their head stuck. It's like a defense. Okay, so we've got these little. They're like little cheeks. They're not really the cheeks. The cheeks are actually a little bit wider out here, and we're gonna draw those in a second. But it's the mustache region of the cat. I know mustaches you kind of associate with like pirates or like police officers or something, but cats have those little whiskers coming out of the same part of their, the upper lip part. I might even shade in my nose, the little black nose. Gosh, that triangle is so cute. Okay, so here we go. We got to get the tongue. And so the tongue is going to come down like a rectangle. And then it's going to close off at our teeth. Now, this is the part that Stacy's like scared about, but you don't have to be scared. It's just a little kitten tooth. And you can make, how you make like a classic tongue, like you like draw like this shape, and then you draw a line down the middle to show that it's a tongue. That you can use that. You can use that same concept here with the cat. And then we got to draw from the, the cat's face ends at the chin. So you can make this little whisker chin at the bottom. If you make the bigger you make the chin, the older the kitten's going to look. So the smaller you make the chin, the younger he'll be. And then the jaw goes back. And then we've got the whiskers that are kind of on the side of the head. So it's really the side of the head is really more like fur, not whiskers. Whiskers are like these really long white hairs that are coming out of the mustache area. These lines that I'm drawing here are basically fur on the side of the head. So cute. We're going to draw the shoulders, which angle out, and the shoulders go into the arms, or the front legs, you could say. And we're going to get little baby armpits in here. Oh, look at those cute little baby armpits. And then we're going to add the grass. Then we're going to add the grass. This kitten, the kitten is so small that all the rest of the parts are buried by the grass.
The grass is nice, and I love the color of the grass. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
So if I move this over a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a little.
Aww.
There's a little dandelion.
That is sweet.
I'm done.
So feel free to put the dandelion in there. The last part before you get totally done, you want to be aware that you can put pattern on the cat, but the way you want to do it is you want to do left side and right side. So let me show you. So you can do some stripes above the eye, but then do stripes above the eye on the other side. You could do stripes in the middle of the head, and then you can do some stripes that go down the side of the head, but make sure you do everything on the left side and the right side exactly the same. There's this little patch that runs this way, which is fine. You can put a little patch that runs this way. Watch this. There's a patch that isn't even there. There's a little patch right there. And then I'm going to put a little patch on that side. So the key is that whatever patterns you do, you got to do them on the left side and the right side. And because cats are bilateral, typically they're bilaterally symmetrical. Look at this beautiful, this cute little patch that looks like, it's almost like it's like a stripe of a lion that comes down. I'm going to do it on the left and the right.
Mine does not look too good. This is my envisioning of a cat if you want to see it.
Yes, please. Aw. Yeah, no, he looks super cute. What you've got to do is you got to focus on trying to make the ears the same size. You know, you have one ear that they just look, overall the ears I think are a little bit too big for the face. So you can maybe make the ears a little bit bigger because it's a kitten, but it looks like you made your ears a lot bigger, and then you made the ears look like they're two different shapes. So if the solution, if you want to make your cat look better, is bring the ears down in size and then make them the same on either side. Look at that.
This was my first envisioning of a cat.
I mean, it's also the first time you ever drew a cat, so don't be too hard on yourself. Who's holding it up right now? I can't see your face. The cat looks good though. There it is, Amelia. How are you? Okay, go back in. Nice.
I have a second envision.
So the question is, should we put our cat inside of a rectangle? You know, so you know where all of the where the grass ends. You know, where you can stop shading. Where's the bottom? Maybe I'll put the bottom here. So I need a couple more layers of grass. And I'm gonna put my this is my dandelion. So I moved the dandelion in because I don't have as much room as the photographer did. It's interesting. I'm looking actually a little bit closer, and some of the patches are different on either side.
The left
So I
eye
wanted
sort of looks
to-
like this.
The
Right.
corner of the mouth, you can like look into the mouth. I don't know. I put some dark marks in there. I don't know if that's good. All right, hold on. I'm gonna stop the share. Who wanted to show?
And I wanted to thank everyone for suggestions and also for the animal suggestions and the Valentine's Day box suggestion. Cool suggestions.
Next week, we're gonna draw eyeballs.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. We're not gonna draw that eyeball. I found that in a bag of toys that my parents gave me because they're moving. I was like, I don't think that's my plastic eyeball. My mom was like, well, what are you gonna do with it? I was like, well, maybe I'll use it for an art.
Can we draw an eyeball next week?
We can draw an eyeball. Please remind me and I'll teach you guys how to draw an eyeball. We might even use this one, but this is the difference between a real eyeball and a fake eyeball, is that you have the pupil, which is correct. Then you have the iris, which is also correct. But then you see how there's this black rim around the outside? Humans don't really have that. Some people have a slight dark trim, but it's not like that clear. So there's a whole part that's missing. But the way the ball picks up the highlight and the veins in the eye, it's actually not that bad. But yeah, we'll draw eyeball. We can draw eyes. We can draw eyes next week. I love drawing eyes. Eyes are so pretty. Okay. I'm gonna stop the share. If you guys just want to hold up your pieces real quick, I'll I just want to see them. Can I see your kitty cats? Toby, can you show yours again?
Toby, where are you? Oh, there you are, Toby.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
I love it. Yeah, the dandelion's really beautiful. Great color.
yeah.
All right, Amelia, you're up next on my thing. I just want to see it one more time. Oh, nice. You did the rectangle. Excellent. I feel like it could use a couple stripes on the face, but you can let it go. Liam, you're nice. Dude, honestly, those
Liam,
ears-
hold that
those
nice
ears-
and still.
I zoomed in on it and the ears
Thank
are
you.
not, the ears aren't that bad. The face is great though. Yeah, and the side of the head might be a little bit close to that side. You know how, see how the eye is almost touching the side of the head? You might need a little bit more of the head. But you know, don't go. It's your first run, so I would just try again. All right, Dominic, let's see yours, boss.
Almost there, Anjali.
Yeah, Anjali, hold that for once. Oh my gosh, that's the happiest cat I've ever seen. Yeah, nice work, dude.
Are
That's
you
really nice.
talking, who just went that I missed, please?
Dominic's got his right now. And the
Dominic,
grass is a lot
hold
like
that nice and
last week.
still.
Really
Yes, that
good.
is quite a happy cat.
If you guys remember the piece from last week with all the plants, you could add this cat to the grass. Whoa, awesome. Great job, Dominic. Anjali, can we see yours? I know you were holding it up, but I didn't get to see it because I was looking at the other one.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
nice pic of that.
That's a beautiful flower. I'm glad you interpreted the flower. That looks like it looks like it could be like a big cat, but a kitten, like a kitten of a big cat, like a big like a cheetah or something.
Cheetah baby.
Austin, are you there? Can we see yours? Nice.
I'm not gonna show mine if that's okay.
Yeah, of course, it's totally fine. That's totally fine. Stacy, can we see yours?
I can if you want me to.
I mean, I would love to see it. if
I'd
you don't
love
mind.
to.
But I understand. I mean, sometimes you don't want to show, but I mean, but if you don't
I
mind,
wasn't really drawing this one, I was kind of just looking at it and I did this.
Hold that a little close and freeze it.
that is a very expressive kitty cat.
Yes.
He may be getting too close to electrical socket, maybe.
He had a little too much soda. He had a little too much
Yeah, exactly.
Little too much sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mr.
I wasn't
Twist.
really drawing
Hold on a
that
second.
one.
I want to let's see Williams and
Yes.
Lillian's. Sorry,
And
guys.
William and Lillian, do you have a question or were you just ready to show?
They're just ready to show.
Okay.
Wow.
And you need to freeze. And can I see Lillian's? I'm not sure which one. The one with the,
This one's mine.
Yes.
This one's William.
okay. Lillian, I need to see yours. I didn't get a
love the
full picture of
butterfly.
yours. So if you can move yeah, and freeze.
Yeah, the light's better on that side.
Very good. Very good.
If you can
thank
move
you.
the other, if you can move, see Williams now. There you go. Yeah, these are
Very
great.
good. And I
Okay,
like that butterfly in the sky, William.
Yeah. great ideas.
Yeah, Trevor, can we see yours once again?
We can share. I think you can see it. There's my kitty.
Okay, can you hold that kitty nice and still?
Yes.
With the sweet, sweet, sweet dandelion. Okay,
I should have used yellow.
well, you can always go back.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get lunch. I'm hungry. I will talk to
everybody.
you all
have a-
later.
Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
week.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Mr. Work today.
Trevor.
Trevor.
Stacy, I'll give you a call soon. Bye, y'all.
Okay.